Today I'll be showing you how to make akara. Easy as it looks, akara can be very technical to make. I used to fall into the category of those that don't like making akara for breakfast. One, it's stressful. You have to peel the beans. Now after washing the beans, you have to take it out to grind, because my blender as at then couldn't grind akara like thoroughly, properly to smooth. So you have to wash, take it out to grind. Then after grinding, you come back, you start frying. After, the stress is just so much. And also, aside that stress, my akara doesn't really turn out so nice, like those mama akara on the road, like the akara we normally buy on the road. So when I got this blender, that was when I started giving akara a try, and my akara has improved. I can tell you that my akara has improved over these past months, let's say over 2 years. I'll be sharing some tips on how to get the perfect fluffy, not say perfect, at least 80 to 90% perfect fluffy delicious akara. The ways I achieve the best akara is: 1, my beans must be soaked overnight. I like to soak my beans overnight. I don't know about you, but to have that very soft, fluffy, blended beans, your beans must be soaked at least for 6 hours. For me, we wash it a day before, and then in the morning we put it in the fridge so it doesn't ferment, and then in the morning we start blending and we fry it, so it doesn't take any time. Number 2, do not use plenty water. No be more. Use very little water to blend your beans. That's why you really need a very strong blender at home, or you go to the public grinding places in the market or so. Number 3, for taste, if you add seasoning cubes to your akara, it's going to be wow. It's going to be wonderful. This is the best seasoning cube. For akara. Just for 3 cups of beans, I put 2 of this, that's all, and a little salt. You only use salt to make akara if you like. You can actually introduce seasoning cubes into your blended beans. And one other thing that will make your akara stand out is other ingredients, as much as crayfish, either fresh pepper, either scotch bonnet, or onions. For me, I like to just blend with onions, and then I like to add very little scotch bonnet pepper to my akara, and that is it. I really don't like my beans cake, that's akara, looking pink inside it. I like it to look white. I don't know, because that's what I see those professional mama puts do. The akara is always white inside, so I just believe that one should be pinkish in color for the attractiveness and taste with shombo, but I won't add that to my akara. So 4th tip ever. The 4th tip is on how to get the perfect akara. The 4th is make sure you stir your akara, like your life depends on it. Like you see those our mama puts, the way they are pa. So that you stir it at home, and I don't really have what to stir it with, and I don't want to do that, so I use I don't know what this is called. The blender, if you know, please tell me. Alright guys, my beans is washed. I soaked it overnight. I told you earlier you could soak for 6 hours, for at least 6 hours, but I prefer to wash in the evening and soak overnight. So now I'm moving my beans into the blender. Pour it into the blender, and I like to do it a portion at a time. I don't like to fill up my blender. I like to do it a portion at a time. And like I said, very little water. You can see I'm adding very little water. I blend. If I need to add more water, I add. Yeah. So you can see also my onion and scotch bonnet, just a little scotch bonnet and much onions. I prefer a lot of onions for my akara. Yeah, that's that, and I'll just cover a blend. Like I said, blending, I add water as fit. If I need to add more water, I scoop in a little, just little at a time. That's what you need for akara. You don't need to pour a whole lot. If not, your akara will turn to pancake. It will turn to pancake on fire. So this is a secret. This is one major secret of having the best fluffy, yummy akara. Now I'm turning it into my bowl to whisk. I think this is pretty much what anybody should know to do. See, I'm whisking very fast just like our mama Akara on the road. Those professionals on the road, I call them professionals because making Akara actually is not really easy.
When I'm lonely in the dark.
So after adding my seasoning cube and salt, I didn't use crayfish. I like to keep my Akara very simple. For me, the Niger pot, the seasoning cube is enough with salt, a little scotch bonnet pepper, and a lot of onions. But if it was moi moi, I would have doubled my game. I would have added a lot of crayfish, a lot of shombo, and all that. But so I've allowed it to sit for a while so that the salt can actually dissolve in. Yeah, so for frying, your pan needs to really be hot to kill off any germ or whatever our eyes can see. And then also you allow your oil to get hot. Now when your oil is hot, it holds the bean paste together. You cannot introduce your bean paste into oil that is not hot. Your beans will just scatter. It will turn to pancake, especially when it is not well blended with less water. Now also remember, you need to space your Akara. Don't choke up the Akara in the pan. Allow them to, so they don't start clinging together. That's why you need to introduce it slowly. Don't be in a hurry to introduce your Akara into the hot oil. Introduce it slowly and make sure you give it space. Don't allow your pan to be crowded with so much balls of Akara. Remember to always introduce small portions of your bean paste into your oil. Don't put big balls of Akara because you would end up having Akara that is not done, or if you're not a professional, or you see that your Akara becomes twice the size because actually it doubles in size.
When I'm lonely in the dark, I know you are with me, yeah. Don't you see that I need you so much? Don't you see that I love you so much? Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na, darling, I need your love.
Guys, so my Akara is ready. There is no time to plate anything magnificent. I don't have the time to do any special effects plating. We'll just manage it the way we see it. Alright guys, so if you notice at the beginning of the video, I'm just wearing my 9th gown, my 9th wear with my 9th robe. This video was totally unplanned, but I just decided to film this video. So as expected, everybody is hungry. So that's why I said there is no time to plate or do any proper fancy plating. So una go manage them the way una see them. But breakfast is ready. This is a typical African Nigerian breakfast, and we're having it with custard and oats. I and my husband will be having oats, and the children will be having custard. They actually do not like oats. In fact, they don't like Akara, but they don't have a choice. Guys, thank you for watching, and please don't fail to hit the subscribe button and make sure you give us a thumbs up and drop a comment also. Thank you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
When I'm lonely in the dark.